welcome in. Welcome in. I'm starting a bit later than typical, or I'm starting a little later. We were in the park all day, and I am on vacation, so I'm trying to manage both here. Okay, is Robert cheating on me? Let's see, Jimmy. Are we jumping right in? My voice is done for, so I apologize ahead of time. This feels like it's in your head, Jemiah. Okay. And I feel like you worry about this a lot with different relationships because you're carrying this around from previous relationships. The signs are definitely there though, so I understand where it's coming from. I do feel like maybe he hangs out a lot, like I'm seeing him with his boys, things like that. But the things he's telling you are correct. This feels like it's your bond playing games on you. Okay, so be careful with that because you don't want to wind up ruining a relationship for things he hasn't done yet. I'm also feeling like he's in a stage of where it's like, I haven't done it, but I'm being punished for it because you may be questioning, and that's actually what's going to get him to do it because he feels like, well, I might as well do it then. Okay, so I want you to be careful with that energy that you're putting out there, okay? Hey guys, welcome in. I'm doing the readings. Is Will going to reach out, Sony? Sunny, I apologize. It does feel like he's gonna reach out, and this feels like Will is gonna reach out wanting to come back, to be honest. So I do feel like when he reaches out, it is for purpose, and that's the purpose because I'm seeing him kind of packing up his bag. So I do feel like he's gonna be moving towards you again. Okay, so that's a yes from me. Will Nick Martin reach out? Oh, got a card that popped out. Oh, you've been thinking a lot about this. Yes, I do think he's going to be reaching out. This doesn't feel like this week, though. I'm going to say give it 2 weeks. Okay. Just feel like it's going to take some time for some reason. Okay. And I do feel like you are willing this. So this is something that you have been working on, just from a spiritual perspective. I think you're thinking about it a lot and really trying to make it happen. So I'm going to say yes. And I think it's actually because you're a little more powerful than you think. Okay. Keisha, Shavana. Um, Keisha, is Savannah really trying to get back with me? Mm, it doesn't feel like for good reason. I hope that makes sense. This almost feels like a get back. Okay, the energy around this feels like I'm trying to make it seem like I changed, but really I just want my look back. That's the energy. Okay, just feeling like that they're trying to call intentionally maybe cause some sort of pain, like they felt something. So I don't know why you guys broke up, if it was something that, or why you guys separate, whatever this is, whatever caused something in a relationship. This actually feels like they're like trying to pretend that everything is okay, but it's not okay. That's the energy. Okay. So it doesn't feel like it's real. Okay. When will Sadie and when will Sadie I think that says Mary Beth. I think that says and I. Okay. When will Sadie and be together in July? Will Sadie and I be together in July? I'm thinking that's what that is, Mary Beth. I'm gonna answer that, okay? It is coming up, yes. I do feel like it's later in July. You're gonna think, I feel like the date gets kind of messed up here. So if it's a planned date, I do feel like it's gonna be after because I'm seeing a little bit of disappointment and you kind of getting in your head, but it does all ultimately happen. Okay. I don't know if it's the weather thing, but something does get in the way there for a little while, okay? But it happens. Is it time to leave? Hey Ashley, it's my baby girl. Is it time to leave? Mm. Um, it's coming up to you. You've poured a lot into this, and it's at this point you're just kind of walking on bones, like the whatever is left of the relationship, and it is time for judgment. Okay, so this is it. It is probably time. This is probably time. It's again. This is gonna be very difficult for them to swallow, but I do believe it's time. Okay. Um, and honestly, even though you're saying that, I am still seeing a lot of still back and forth. Okay. So just be careful with that. If it's really going to be over, you're going to have to really make it over. If there's back and forth, he just comes back. The chariot comes back and then he turns into the devil. I don't mean that literally, but literally, if you bring him back, this is my back and forth card. If you bring him back, it's just going to get worse. So just be careful with that. Okay. Will Sam and I be in a romantic relationship soon, Maggie? This is definitely what he wants. He's thinking about it. Okay, so it does feel like King of Cups comes up, but there's heart here, like there's love here, okay? But he's contemplating it. He goes back and forth with this for some reason, okay? I don't know if you guys are friends and he doesn't want to ruin the friendship. He's afraid to ruin it in that way. Maybe you guys get along really well, but I feel like there's something keeping him from doing it. But it's like I don't want to mess something up, okay? But yes, I do feel like it can happen. He just almost needs that assurity, okay? That it won't ruin the friendship, that you guys may be able to go back to friends if it doesn't work out, okay? Oh, you're on a break. This says he does want something. You're welcome. Does Doug want me springtime? He does. It looks like you might know that, and I think he knows that you want him because you've been doing it. But he's preparing himself. And he does. He's trying. So I'm gonna say yes. Um, Now, in what way? I don't know. The feeling feels very up in the air, right? This could be something that's simply sexual. I don't know. The feeling feels like I'm not sure how I want this person, but I know that I want them. But I'm gonna be really honest. It doesn't. I don't know how long you've known this person, but the energy around him, just if this feels more like a owner's, like I want this for myself, right? Like I want it. Um, I'm not feeling great about it though. I'm gonna tell you that at this current moment. Okay. This feels like I want you because I can't have you. Maybe you play a little hard to get type of energy. Like I want things that I can't have. That's the energy. That's perfect. That's the perfect way to say it. It's like I'm iffy with you. I'm not sure if I can have you, and that makes me want you a little more. Okay. And I do think you've given him signs, and maybe you kind of put your guard up a little bit, and I think he likes that. Okay. It makes it seem like you're harder. Will I get into a relationship soon? Court. Oh, court. Baby. Um, I'm gonna be honest. This feels like you might be chasing it too hard, and you're almost scaring it away. Okay. The energy I feel about around this is like, God, I really want to be loved, like really, 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 really deeply. Okay. And also though, like I'm afraid of rejection, and I don't know if someone that was supposed to love you left you. Like this feels like this is tied to some kind of wound, okay? Some kind of type of hurt, like you really want to be loved and like chosen by someone. That energy is scaring people away. Okay, like it comes off a little bit as needy. All right, I apologize for saying it that way. But it comes off a little bit as like, oh, I want you so bad. Like I feel like you fall in love really quickly. Okay, so you want to be careful with that energy. I understand how that is. I've been there. In my 20s, I was definitely there. Just be careful with that energy because what happens is it starts, even if somebody is wants to take you seriously, it kind of scares them. It really does scare them away. I used to ask for feedback around that. Just be careful with that, okay? Will you find it? Yes, but you have to change the energy because it does feel like you've had people around you that were willing to be in that sort of relationship with you, and it just moves a little too fast, okay? And it kind of scared them off. Is my mom around me? Court Country Life 69. Is my mom around me? Hold on one second, please. Okay. Country Life, I'm not sure if this is your mom. I am seeing short, not super short, but I don't know, curls. And she is not I'm gonna be very honest. I feel like she doesn't really believe in this stuff. Okay, and it was she. I don't know if she's Catholic. Was she Catholic? Because I'm literally seeing a church, and it just reminds me of like a Catholic church. If you can confirm that for me, please. Um, I'm hearing her say, "Oh no, we don't do this." So, like that type of energy. Oh no, we don't do this. Okay, can you confirm for me for that, please? I just want to see if this is her. I'm gonna be honest. I can't be positive that she's gonna talk to me, but if she is here, at least I can confirm that she's here. Okay. But I am feeling an energy that she may have been very into church. And it's to me what I'm seeing. The feeling around this is the Catholic Church. Okay. She does not like the cards whatsoever because she's telling me about myself right now. So again, if you can confirm that for me, that's this may yes, and she was a Catholic. Thank you. She's here. So now you know she's here. That's our confirmation. Okay. She does not agree with what I'm doing. So she is not going to she's showing me herself, but it's literally just to tell me that I should not be doing this. And she keeps telling me I'm a sweet girl. I should not be having these. Okay. Um so she's here, honey. and she's around you. Okay, that's her confirmation. But she's not going to entertain this. Okay, she's sticking to her guns on that. Okay. Hi, Albert, baby. Is Jasmine jealous of me? That just popped up. Let's see. Nia, is Jasmine jealous of me? Let's see. Ooh, yes, and yes, all swords. Goodness gracious. Yes, and be careful of her because she will stab you in the back. This is giving like fake friend energy. Just be very I gotta show you these cards because they're Lord. Listen, everything. So just be careful. She will stab you in the back. So yes. And I think obviously you felt that or you wouldn't be asking it. Okay. Can I get a message from my bio dad in spirit? Alexa. Give me 1 second and see if he shows up, okay? Alexa. Okay. Lex, I'm not sure if this is him that showed up. I'm gonna be really honest with you because it's not giving father, and you said bio dad. So I don't know if this was your bio dad and he did not raise you. But the connection feels weak. I hope that makes sense. The energy of him doesn't give father. Okay, I'm gonna say that one. Also, there's like cigarettes. Did he smoke cigarettes? Like chain smoke almost because it feels very strong. I can taste it. Okay. So just let me know just really quick if he was like almost a chain, like smoked a lot, very nervously. Like put a cigarette. Yes, okay. So this is probably him. I am gonna ask for more confirmation because there's a lot of smokers, right? Um, but I'm getting a lot of that right now. I'm actually gonna pop a mint. Um, okay, he's here. Um Okay, he's also apologizing. So I'm going to assume that my first thing was correct and that he, even though you're saying this is your bio dad, I feel like the earlier years of your life, he was not available. Is that correct? Can you let me know? I keep hearing him saying, sorry, I wasn't there, baby. So I feel like he missed pivotal moments. Um, in your life. Okay, and this, yes, correct. Okay, so this is him. That was I think his confirmation for me. That's his message for you. Like he's really sorry. He never was. Okay, he's really sorry for that. He was not around when he needed to be. I'm also feeling like this was due to a lot of things. Okay, I'm seeing multiple women like almost like party energy, multiple women, possible drug use, alcohol, like just kind of like never really settled down. Okay, that's the energy I'm seeing. But he's really sorry for not being able to. Yes. Okay, thank you. That's a big yes. He's really sorry. That's actually his regret. Okay, especially now that he's passed over, he has a better understanding of things. His biggest regret is actually not being the best father. All right, so that's what he wants to tell you. Okay. Okay. Um, have I been on Phase Mind today? Yes, all day. Okay. Taking my mint. Get that all day. You've been on his mind. He's been wrestling with it actually. His, her, who I'm sorry, they, whoever that is. You've been on their mind all day. They've been wrestling with that a lot. Okay. They've been trying not to think of you. Danny Crespo, any messages for me? Can you do me one favor, Danny? Be just in this format, just be a little bit more specific for me, okay? I don't know if you mean from a person that passed, from spirit, from your angel guides. Just be a little bit more specific for me, okay? If it was a private reading, then I could go different areas in every area, but it's not, so it makes it difficult. Does Shane really love me and is loyal to me? Julian's Oasis, hey. Mm. They're trying to be, definitely trying to be. I do feel like people are coming up for him, like, um, people are coming around him, if that makes sense. And I also feel like this is the type of person that like he might have a couple exes. Thank you so much for the heart. A couple exes that are like good friends, like that type of thing. This is my good friend, right? And for him it doesn't mean anything, but I think for them it kind of does. Thank you so much for that heart. So just be careful with that, okay? Thank you for joining my fan club, Shelly. I think that's what that means. I'm sorry. I'm slightly new to some of these things. Um, be careful with that, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. He actually is trying, okay? He really is doing his best. And can I get a message? Let's go. Oh no, I just lost it. Can I get a message? I lost that one, baby. I'm sorry. You have to ask it again. Will I receive unexpected abundance soon, Aurora? Thank you, Beatrice. Hope I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. Will you get unexpected? Um, hope and reflection. You will. Okay, this is you carrying a bag. Okay, so I hope that was what it was. This is you carrying a bag. So I do think you will. Be careful though. I feel like you have um, people biting at the bits. Like you're gonna get something. I feel like you have to share it with someone. Okay, people biting at the bits like you're going to get something I feel like you have to share it with someone. Okay, so just be careful that with that, reflect on that a little bit. I think you're going through changes, but I do think that when you do kind of get that abundance and things start going well for you, I feel like you want to give it, you want to help people. That's the energy. It's not like people are there with their hands out for you. It's like you're looking for people to help. You have to be careful with that. Help when spirit tells you to. I understand that I do think that you're like a healer and you don't like to see people in pain, and that kind of leads you to doing these things. Okay, but be careful with that because I think you're putting yourself in bad financial situations because you're over giving. Okay, be careful, and then it doesn't get reciprocated. Okay, Aurora, you saw that. That was your question, Aurora. You will be getting unexpected abundance. Just be careful, but giving it out. Okay. Okay. Brittany, does Tamoy want to be with me? Let's see. Mm. Okay, this feels like it got cut off at least once already. All right. And I see other people on the shelf. I'm gonna say it an energy around it feels very wishy-washy. Okay. So my answer to your question is gonna be no, because I feel like this person is wishy-washy. I feel like there's other people kind of laid up waiting. Okay. And I feel like this has been cut off once already. And spirit is like really in my ear, like it wasn't like let it go kind of thing. Like I'm hearing let it go. I don't think this was really meant to be in the first place. Some people come into your life to be there for a short period of time, and I feel like this was a short period of time, but it's already been prolonged. Okay, I feel like this person has actually overstayed their welcome. Okay, so just know that. Should I trust Rob, Jess? Oh, it feels like you can for now, right? This spirit is telling me like go with it for now. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I apologize. Don't be so worried about what's going to happen in the future. Because I think you are going to create issues that and things are going to come up, and that's going to be the reason that you can't trust them. Right now, everything actually feels like it's going well. This cups comes up, which is actually you guys, everything going fantastic, to be honest. I actually think he's also in a good financial place. So I think he's helpful with some of those things, or wants to be helpful with some of those things. So it feels like he can go really well. So as of right now, yeah, he's in a good place, right? So just don't overthink it and don't accuse him of things he hasn't done yet. Okay. Albert, I saw you, honey. Was it a bad decision to message Raphael? Oh no, hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, you're getting in your head. It was a bad decision to message Raphael. Okay. This could still turn around. I'm not sure what you said. It did it immediately. I felt the energy should have been kind of left alone, right? So it does feel like a bad decision. Not sure what you said, but the hanged man comes up. Okay. My couple sort of card comes up as well, but right after that is justice, and this is the person that cuts things off. Okay. So I do feel like at least the energy right now is gonna pull one more. Yeah, you might be able to turn it around. I don't know, if you're into what religion you're into or something like that, but I think you need to like dive deep and start trying to turn the energy of the situation around because it feels like it's now gone into an opposite direction. Okay. So be careful that sometimes you gotta this is my you're getting in your head card. Okay, so you definitely got in your head a little bit there, Albert. So just if you want to try to turn the energy around, I would really highly suggest, okay, that um s- you start, I don't know, praying, just light a candle, something, right? And try to focus on the result that you want. Okay. Will I ever have a relationship with my mom, J Love? You need to hurry up. You need to create a relationship with your mom. Okay. I've told somebody this before, and thankfully they did. You need to create a relationship with your mom. If this is something that you want, you need to do it and do it quickly. Okay. That's the only way I'm gonna say it on the live. But the energy around your mom didn't feel. I don't think she's in a great place. Okay. So if you want to have conversations with her, um, and kind of settle some things, I think that you should. Okay. Should I move? Oh, sorry, lost that one. Will this be the reason? Oh my goodness, they're coming in so fast. Will I be returning to work? Cheryl J. Welch. I gotta get faster, guys. Oh, you do return to work. A little bit of getting out of your mind, a little bit. You need to do some, and I think you've been doing some great manifestation type of things here. Okay. So it does feel like you're going to be, but get out your head a little bit. Okay. Be careful. With, I feel like you might check in too many times, if that makes sense. So just be careful with that. I feel like you're following up over and over again, trying to like push it to happen in that way. Just, give it a little bit of time. Um, don't follow up too many times and be like, hey, I just wanted to check in, see how it's going, with this, with my, my interview, see how my interview went. Just be careful with that. Ask for some feedback, after the interview if you can, whether, whatever that feedback could be to help you with the following interview, but try not to overdo it because I do feel like that energy may be keeping you, right? And then it does, my lover's card comes up, so I do feel like it works out. So the answer is yes. Should I move forward from this relationship, Jocelyn Vasquez? Mm. In time. But yeah, spirit is like it's not time yet. I do believe that it comes to an end, but it comes to an end later. There's something you're supposed to gain from this. Wands comes up. Okay, there's something you're supposed to get out of this relationship, and until you realize what that is, the relationship is going to continue. Okay. You should be, you are supposed to be walking away better than the way that you came into the relationship. This is one of your soulmates, and they are there to teach you a lesson. Okay. When you have learned that lesson, you'll be released from the relationship. I hope that makes sense. But I do feel like this person is gonna keep popping up, and I think they've already kept popping up. Okay. Will Michael propose? Mm-mm. The Empress, I feel like you have been really moving in that direction. I say that because I think he's going, feels like he has to. I think you've been bringing it up quite a bit, and I'm going to be honest. I feel like conversations have been had where he feels a little bit pressured to do that. Maybe you've mentioned you guys have maybe talked about marriage, wedding, have maybe to a certain extent planned the future. I do feel like eventually he pulls the trigger, okay? But right now he is a little bit scared, or he doesn't want to feel pressured. It's something he wants to do, but he also is second guessing, like, do I really want to do this, or do I feel pressured to do this? So he's questioning it, but he does pull the trigger. So the answer is yes. Okay. Monty, only love interest in Luis' life right now. Let's see. Also, guys, just a quick reminder, a couple things. So I will pull somebody up for their own little 15-minute private reading. But two things have to happen for that. I have a goal up here at the top, I think, at least it's on the top for me. And it's just we need a few more. I put the goal as 8, and then we need to get to 30,000 likes, so the little hearts up there. And then I will choose someone from the crowd that's going to get a free reading. Those free readings include a mediumship as well. If you've been here previous, then you've seen those readings. They do help a lot. I think at least that, people feel like they are very helpful. So if you guys can like this up, and also if you have it and you can, if you guys can help me reach that goal, then I would love to pull somebody up tonight. Okay. Thank you so much, Shelly. Am I on Ruby's mind, Menon? You're welcome, Jocelyn. You are. You're definitely on Ruby's mind. And it's I also think there was a lot of things that happened within a relationship, like other people, and right now they're questioning whether or not what other people were informing them of was correct. So they are like replaying things that happened in the relationship, but yes, you are on their mind. Oh my God, you know who you know who you look like? I don't know if you ever seen Family Chantal. Is it Family? You've seen Family Chantal? I haven't. No. You have to tell me more. You're welcome, Menon. Britt, will I conceive this year? So, so sweet. Mm. Britt, this does not feel like this year. I don't know if you're currently pregnant. I hope that makes sense. This actually feels like I'm going to say middle to end of 2026. Okay. Meaning you will be pregnant middle to end of 2026. That's what that's feeling like. But I do see a pregnancy. Okay. Will Jesse contact me to fix this? Mm. Oh, you both are in your heads. This at the current moment, I feel stubbornness. Yes, I feel a lot of stubbornness. I don't know if they fully feel like they should be the one to reach out. Okay, that's where the stubbornness is coming from. As of right now, this energy could change because I read current energy. Okay, this person that could change their mind, but right now I'm feeling a lot of stubbornness. Like, no, she needs to do it, right? Like that type of energy. So as of right now, they're not going to reach out. They're being too stubborn. Oh, you let me know if that sounds like them, but they're being very stubborn about it. Will I get my CDL this year if I take the class again? Let's see, baby. Um, yes, but you need to cut some things out. I don't know if you're a partier, a drinker. Does this energy feels like spirit is actually keeping you from that because you're gonna make a mistake. So first you need to cut out, and this is my party girl. This is my drinking girl, my party girl. Okay. That she also is the person that carries a lot of like trauma and drama. Okay, but this mixed with this card, this cups is coming over. This tells me that you may have an issue like pardon, like when you go out, you may overdo it a little bit of drink. Just be careful with that because spirit is keeping you from that. I feel like a mistake is made and it's actually trying to keep you from making that mistake. Okay, so you have to kind of fix some of the other issues you might have. Okay, before it's gonna let you go that far. Let go and let God. Pray for discernment. Excellent. Kalani Carter. Kalani Carter. That was good advice. So I want to see what Kalani asked and see if she wants that. Kalani. I can't see it, baby. I'm sorry. Kalani, if you did have a question, ask again. Is my daughter angry? Angie gonna be okay? Sorry. Pasio DD girl. Is she sick? This feels like an illness. Um, this feels like an illness. Can you confirm that for me? This feels like an illness. Illness, I don't do that with cards. I have to feel the energy myself. Can you please let me know? So the one that just asked about daughter, mental health, was that it was you, Passio? Mental health. This is okay, that's the illness. Um, Give me a second so I can see what type of you need to, I don't know where she currently resides. You need to cleanse that house, that room, that house, that everything. Okay, you need to cleanse it and change the energy. She doesn't sleep well. She doesn't sleep well because there's things in her room that are around her. Okay. You say it's mental health, and surely it's part of mental health, but I feel like she's seeing things, but she sees things that are actually there, and she's feeling things that are actually there. I also think like she can read the energy and those energies that come in the room. Um, we kind of have a saying for this in like the spiritual words. It's like called, some people call it a dark night of the soul. But she's like a portal right now for these like for energies. Okay, that sounds a lot. It sounds very scary, and it is. It can be very scary when you experience it. Okay, but you need to cleanse that energy. Okay, will she be okay? She needs to understand what's happening to her and why it's happening. Okay. Okay, surely get her actual professional help. I'm actually going to also suggest that you get her some sort of spiritual um person that she can speak to as well. Okay. Just so you know. I do feel like she has the ability um to see beings. Okay. When people have passed, I feel the energy. Sometimes I can see them. If it's strong enough, I feel like she has that ability, but she has no idea what's happening to her. And I also feel like she may hear things. Okay. So just I would check in on that. All right. and you get her the help she needs, she'll be okay. I'm spot on. Thank you very much for letting me know. Yeah, she just doesn't understand what's happening. That happens to a lot of people, unfortunately, that have gifts. Okay, your daughter has a gift. She doesn't understand what's happening, and it really does make you feel like you are absolutely out of your mind. Okay, but she's gonna be okay. She just needs support. All right. Why can't I find true love? I'm so lonely and tired. Oh, thank you so much. And I think I'm at 50% of my goal. Or I just hit my goal. I gotta check that. Why can I find true love? I'm so lonely and tired. Katina Henderson, let me check, honey. And actually, I'm gonna feel the energy around you, okay? Because I immediately felt something. Give me 1 second. Mm, okay. Okay. A couple things. I don't know why your mother is coming up. Okay. The energy around this actually pulls up my own trauma a little bit, but your mother is coming up, and I almost feel, I don't know. I need you to clarify this for me, okay? I feel like the relationship with you, was your mother jealous? Was there like a bit of jealousy towards you? I need you to answer that for me because I'm feeling the energy. There's somebody very close to you, and this feels like a mother figure, okay? And it's just a sense of jealousy, like I don't want you to be loved. Um, If you can't answer that, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that is what I'm feeling. Okay. Yes, with my dad. She was jealous of like the relationship you had with your dad, Katina. Like she doesn't want you to be loved. And this the energy around this is feeling like a curse. Okay. And yeah, it's crazy, right? But that's what it's feeling like. All right. Um So but she may have, yes, okay, yeah. She may have done it as her way of protecting you, okay? And I don't feel, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she's doing like witchcraft or anything like that. People have to understand that words have power, right? Saying things a lot, wishing things too much, all that has the same energy, all right? Prayer has the same energy where you are attempting to move things the way that you want it to go. And I feel like she did that for you. There's a cleanse that you kind of have to do, and kind of protect yourself, but that's the energy. It's you can't find it because someone is keeping you from it very strongly. Okay, so just do me a favor. Actually, can you just message me and I'll suggest something for you to cleanse yourself? Okay. A salt bath will probably do it, but Spirit is telling me I think you need to add some more herbs to that, because of what she did. All right. But I do feel like it may be her way of protecting you, but she most definitely put something on you so that you would not be loved. I apologize for being the one to tell you that. Okay. But that is what I'm feeling. My love life is confusing and painful. I'm losing hope. Is there a message for me? I need it from me. Kalani Carter. Kalani. Kalani. Um, Listen, Kalani, this feels like okay, I don't know how to say this. Um, I feel like you've been walked all over. um and also you've also had your turn at kind of walking on people as well. Okay, the energy around you feels very karmic. Okay, there's a lot of judgment happening right now. Okay, I don't know if this was your younger years and now in your older years, maybe you're finding something that's happening. I also feel like you I don't know how to say this. You ever know when as a woman, when you get hurt multiple times from different people, you begin to take on the the parts of those people that hurt you because as a way to protect yourself. Like, how you've seen women, it's like, well, men do it. There's like that energy coming here where it's like you've had your turn treating men the way that they treat women. All right. So that, like, kind of like the nasty parts, I'm trying to play games. I'm just going to do what I want to do and use you up. Like, you've taken on that persona. Okay. And what's happening now is there's like you haven't passed the point where, because that is something you have to pay karma back for when you do things intentionally, right? You are now in a phase where you have to pay that karma back. So now what's happening is it's the script has flipped, okay, and now you're actually wanting to be loved, but you're getting that treatment right back that you kind of gave to other people. It's starting this cycle, okay? That's the energy I'm feeling. You have to give yourself to someone fully, no string attached. This is you giving your heart. It is necessary for you to end that karmic situation that's been created, for you to give yourself fully, no strings attached. You can't care how it's going to turn out. You can't be like, hey, I'm trying to save yourself, right, by hurting that person first, by being the person that cheats first. You can't be trying to do that. You just have to let it all go and fully give yourself to someone, and then yes, you will find someone. But right now I feel like you've been actually protecting yourself a lot by taking on, um by not fully allowing yourself to let go. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Dianca, you can, if I see it, baby, I will answer it. I'm sorry. Um, just go ahead and ask a question if you don't mind, okay? And if when I do call somebody up, then I might try to actually have I reached it. I do think I reached it. It's not that. Oh no, I have 5 out of 8. So five, six, seven. We need three more of the little heart puffs, okay, that I have in a goal, and then we need to hit $30,000 hearts likes for the live, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call somebody up, okay? In the meantime, if you'd like, because this does work out better, if you would like, we have to hit the two goals in order for me to call somebody up. So go ahead and keep tapping and get those hearts up to 30,000. And then if you can give, go ahead and give one of those puffy hearts and request to be a guest if you're okay with being read in front of, the guests that are here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get it. We'll go ahead and get it started. And maybe you, the guests that are here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get it. We'll go ahead and get it started, and maybe you'll get chosen for a free reading. My readings typically, now those are normally hour readings. Those are $175. 15-minute readings is something I am going to put on my website when I'm back from vacation. All right, so that way I have something where people can ask, get those quick readings. And honestly, I go pretty deep in 15 minutes. Okay, it doesn't take too long, and we should be able to add those as well. And I'm going to make those a lot more affordable. Okay, is be the man I'll be with long term, Lele. I hope I said your name right. Oh, yes, this does feel very long term, actually, and I do feel like he pours into you. So my answer is yes, I do feel like in this current moment it's very long term. Does Prince genuinely love Benita? Mm, um, I'm gonna say yes. The lovers does come up. Um, the energy around it though, as much as they can, as much as they can. I think what I don't think it'd be what I consider love, if that makes sense, because it depends on the standard. But I think she's fine with it. That's the answer to my question. She's fine with the type of love it is, and that's the type of love he can give, and yes, he genuinely has it. Does a man like Issa? Mm. He actually feels like he's a little all over the place. To be honest, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't get any love here. I'm actually getting like self-preservation. I'm getting someone who's in love with themselves. Um, I don't feel it for other people in the same way I feel it for myself. So I'm gonna say that that is a no. Okay. Has my husband been faithful, Amber Lynn? Mm. I'm gonna say at one point they weren't, but I do believe they are fighting themselves to ensure that they are. So if you ask that question because you felt something like you had signs in the past, or maybe actually this was like something you may know about. I do feel like in the past they weren't, okay, but I do think they are fighting in order to try to stay faithful currently. Okay. So that's your answer. They're trying really hard. I don't feel like that is truly who they are. I think they would actually be better off in a open sort of relationship, but they're too afraid to ask. All right. Um, but I think they would be better off in that sort of relationship. So they are trying to give you what you need out of the relationship really, really hard. Okay. Does Dre still love me, and does he think about me much as I do? Kehlani. Um, Listen, my justice, I'm getting a lot of things that are cut off. I don't think that it's not love. The devil also comes up, my devil card. I don't think it is not love. It just feels like something very toxic, and it feels like something that he's actually trying to cut off, and it feels like you should as well. Um, I just the energy around this, there's like a like it doesn't feel strongly. It's like it is what it is, like that sort of energy from him. Okay, so I'm gonna say no. Ashley, will he stop? It's not until he self-destructs. It feels like he gets to the sword comes up, like he down to the very last legs, and then the King of Wands shows up. So um, I do feel like at some point he does get better, but it gets worse before it gets better. Okay, Hangman also came up. Well, the guy I love asked me to be his girlfriend this year. You need to cut that off. Um, no. Swords and the way Swords and Pentacles is coming up, like I feel like you're chasing him. I feel like he is constantly, kind of you're being strung along. Okay. I need to let it go. Wheel of Fortune card comes up for me as well. Like it's time to cut that off. I feel like he's stringing you along, honey. Um, yeah, I feel like he's stringing you along. I apologize. I'm really sorry, but I do feel like he's stringing you along, and I'm gonna be like Spirit is like you deserve better. I do feel like you deserve better. Um, and I do feel like he's saying like I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. But honestly, like what Spirit is showing me, y'all already doing all the relationship things, right? It's just a title, and it doesn't feel good to me that he's keeping that title from you when you guys basically have a relationship. Okay, it doesn't feel good. So I'm gonna say, um, I don't think so. You might be ready to cut that off. Okay. Does Joey miss me? He misses you. Yes, I do. The way that my cup shows up, it is showing that there may be other people there. Okay, so I do feel like he has other people occupying his time. To be really honest with you, I apologize for that. And Wands comes up. I actually think that you might have. I'm not gonna say occupying in the same way that you did, but you definitely got options. This tells me you're very pretty girl. So, or very, very pretty person. I apologize. Um, and you have options. I think you have people coming up to you. Okay. So I'm not saying that you entertain them, but maybe you should. Okay, I apologize for the way I said that too. Maybe you should, girl, because I'm seeing that he has options that he is slightly entertaining, and not even in a way of like where he's not giving them honest answers, right? So it's not like, oh, you in a relationship? Well, it's kind of that energy. It's not like, yeah, don't talk to me, get out of my face. It's not like that. It's that he's being super friendly. Okay, should I forgive Larry and take him back? No. No, this is my guy that sets fire to everything. All right. Always ready for the smoke. I'm gonna say no. I don't think it's gonna work out very well. And the next card is you crying. Okay. So no. Thank you, Bertice. I'm so sorry if I said it wrong. Thank you so much. Well, relationship having to you, Adrian. Oh no, go back. As soon as I did that, this thing popped up. I'm sorry. Thank you, Albert, baby. Thank you, researcher. I'm so sorry. You have to ask that one again, okay? We'll be moving in together this month. Thank you, researcher. Thank you, it's Jay. Oh my God, that's so cute. Thank you, Shakisha. Thank you. Okay, I gotta get focused. Sorry. Will my person that matches me in my love ever find me? And what area should I look for him at? Will my person that matches me in love ever find me? Okay, got it. And what area should I look for them? Oh, that's so sweet. You do find them. Literally see you coming up to Queen of Wands comes up, and so does King of Swords. You do find them, and you find them while you're dating. Just so you know. Okay, so you do need to be out there and kind of seeing people and seeing where it goes. Meet a couple bad ones, but the good one is in there as well. Um, You need to be going to different places, though. I think the issue is where you're meeting people right now. Okay. You need to think about, I want you to write down what you find. And this is for anybody who's also looking. Thank you, Geneva. Thank you, Dean, Dianca. I'm so sorry if I said it wrong. One of the things I want you to do, you need to write down what you want in a person, right? So I'm going to give you a thing. If you want a person that has a relationship with God, then you got to go to places where people hang out that got relationship with God. Okay. If you want a person that's financially stable, you got to hang out around people that are in places that are financially stable. Okay. So you go to nice restaurants, go to night, right? Go to spas, go to whatever. You have to start looking for what you want in the places where they should be. Okay. I feel like you're in the wrong places. So that was your question. Where should you look? You need to fully understand the type of person that you want. And then you need to ask yourself, where would this type of person be at? Where would they be hanging at? Because not if you know it, some people will be like, oh, I want a stable man who's not out in the streets. It's going to be at home with me. And then you go out in the streets to look for him. Listen, if you want a man that's not in the streets, you ain't gonna find him in the streets. You looking for a homebody. He gonna be at home playing video games. He's not gonna be at the club. Okay. So you can't you can't find him there. All right. All right. Is my daughter really seeing spirits? Yes, she is. And be patient too. Be patient with her. Um, but does feel like she is seeing spirits. And be patient with her, and also start asking questions. Okay. I want you to start asking questions because I don't think she just sees them. I think she hears them too. I think it's audible as well. So I want you to start asking her, like if she has friends. She may, I don't know how old she is, but ask if she ever talks back as well. Okay, start asking questions about them. All right, so you can get more information. Okay, guys, we're almost there. We're at 25.3K, 567, and I'm three away from the hearts. And then as soon as we hit that again, I will bring somebody up for a reading. Will a relationship happen between, oh, this moves so fast. Well, eventually happens between Adrian and Sia. Sia's in their head. Adrian's ready to go. That's what this is saying. So I feel it can happen, yes, and it does happen, but Adrian feels like, yes, let's move forward. And then I feel like the female energy is very much in her head, like, I don't know, this they're contemplating, like thinking, and that's what's gonna make it take time. Okay. Thank you, Dianca. Oh my goodness, so many roses. Thank you so much. Is someone placing bad energy on me intentionally? Cerulean. Oh, I love that. Cerulean. Yes. Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. And if you said that, then I'm hoping that you already know who this person is. But yes, yes, and more yes. Okay. Very intentionally. My again, my guy who sets fire to everything came up. Okay. This is my change, bad change, and this is literally everything burning. So yes, somebody's doing it on purpose. Okay. Okay. Would would love a message from my dad. He passed December. Keys Tings. Let's see if your dad is here and willing to come through. Keys. Hmm, okay. Okay, I need you to verify, okay, if this is him. Couple things. Not sure how he passed, okay, but my back started hurting really, really bad. All right, so I'm gonna say he may have had some back problems. Also feel like I'm hunched over a little bit, so he may have had, as you get older, how you can't really stand up straight anymore. So I don't know how old he was, but yes, okay, perfect. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm kind of hunched over, so that's the energy that I'm feeling. Also, he may have had a little bit like I'm freezing and my hand's shaking just a little bit. He may have had that little bit of a shake, okay, in his hand. Just confirm that for me as well, okay. So I will say he is. If you can confirm that, I think that's him. All right, I think he's here. Um, and then I will ask him if he has a message. Also, was he? Hold on. That. Go ahead and confirm that, and then I will. Okay. Thank you, April. Do you have a? I'm also. I am going to say ask you. Do you have a nurse taking care of him at some point? I'm. He keeps showing me nurses around him, but did he pass with nurses there? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Keys. Things. Okay. Okay. So this. I'm going to say this is him. Okay. Um. Give me 1 second. Mm-mm. Okay. So firstly, he's very excited. Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I heard, "Oh my God, mi amor," like that. So I think that means my love. Oh my God, my love. Um, One, he's very excited to see you. Two, he needs you to know that he's proud of you. I don't know if that was a question that you had. He was in a hospital before with nurses. Okay. I hope you just heard what I just said. Okay. Confirm that for me. Um, and he does want you to know that he's proud. And are you? I feel like you're going through something right now. You did. Okay. You're going through something right now. I feel like like I'm seeing you crying and wishing that he was there, to help you, right, like for advice type of thing. Like I do feel like he was a very like very calm man. Just ended. Hold on. Oh, it's not you. I feel like he's a very calm person, and had like you would give good advice to people, right? And I'm seeing you crying, and he needs you to know that he was there. Okay, he was there. So I think you were calling, like almost needed him to be there for advice or something. And you were going through something. He needs you to know that he was there. It's very important that you know that. Okay. Okay. Just confirm for me if that is correct. I don't know what you went through, but this feels like really troublesome. Like it may be a break. This felt like life changing, like a big breakup, um, maybe losing something or someone, and it just feels, the energy around it feels very confusing, very sad. I needed my dad. Okay, you just want to run. Yeah, he wants you to know he's there. Okay, honey. All right, I'm gonna move on to questions. He was very happy to hear from you though, and be able to talk to you though. So that was the first thing he said. He's very excited. And are you? Was he Spanish? He spoke Spanish. This is moving so fast. Albert, I got you. Do my family ancestors hear me when I talk to them at their altar? Albert, I can tell you yes. I don't have to pull cards for that. Yes, they do. They always hear. Thank you, Natasha. They always hear. And sometimes they will help too if you ask for it, just so you know, because I do hear this on this side. They'll help if you ask for it as well, if you need help with things. Maybe that's who you need to go to about about reaching out. Ask them for help, okay? Is there anyone in, oh, it moves so fast. Is there anyone in my friend group I shouldn't trust? Sheen. Mm, I think this is your friend group right here, to be honest, because this feels like very different energies I just pulled. There is one, yes, there is one. This card comes up. This one. Um, I think you know who this is too, because it's almost this energy of like, I feel like this person is always, you feel the competition. Let's put it like that. Like you say something, like if you're like, oh, and then I got this, I did this and this, I feel like they always have another story, like to one up you. Like, oh, I got a promotion I worked today. Oh, did you? Oh, that's great. Well, I did such a, like that sort of energy. Okay. That person you kind of have to watch out for. I just feel like they're talking about you. Um, in a negative way. Okay. So if we're talking about who's a real friend, right? That person is the issue. And I think you know who that person is. All right. Oh, that makes sense. But it's somebody that you can feel the slight competition. But I think people kind of give it to like, well, that's just how they are, you know. But no, the energy around them does not feel good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Natasha. April G, will I get married? Yes, you will. You will. You do have to start really weighing your options, okay? Because the person is out there. I don't know if you're with this person currently, but the energy is there. I feel like the energy is around you. But you have to start weighing your options and actually, looking for the person that has traits. Because I am seeing several people that are options for you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Like I don't know if you're currently dating, or if if you are with someone and there's an ex that kind of hangs around, but I'm seeing multiple people that are currently around you now that are actually decent options. Okay, just so you know. Not telling you to go back to your ex, but I am saying I am saying the options are there. Will I get my job back? Okay, let's see. Oh, immediately my card that represents back and forth. You could get this job back, actually, it feels like it. The tower comes up. You'd have to make a lot of changes, and I think you have to make a few phone calls and reach out to someone, but it does feel like you can get your job back. Okay. My Queen of Cups comes back, the one holding out her heart. So yes, you could get this job back. There is some work that you have to do though. You have to start doing some legwork. And I feel like there's some phone calls that you need to make. Okay. Well, I get approved for this apartment I am seeking for. Ooh. Something about this feels like a trap. And I really hope that makes sense. Be careful what apartments you're applying for. I feel like they're I don't know if there's fees associated with applying for apartments, but I feel like some of these things you've seen, you felt bad because you weren't able to get them. I don't even think they were fully available, right? Like, right? I hope that makes sense. I don't even think they were actually available. And I feel like you've had to maybe pay some fees or something to be looking to just look or fill out applications for apartments or credit checks or something like that. But I feel like there was fees involved, and those fees have been, they after a while they start racking up. So I feel like that has worked against you a little bit, mindset wise. Um, if this is a specific apartment, I'm going to say no. I apologize. Not if you're talking about specific apartment, the answer is going to be no. All those cards came out negative. Okay, for that one. But I also want to tell you, because Spirit is like, fix it. I also want to tell you there is something lined up for you, so I need you to be patient. Okay. It's gonna be something you didn't think you'd be able to get. Okay, so I need you to be patient and trusting. Trust God. Okay, Kate, will Nick reach out soon? I just follow. Okay, thank you for the follow, Kate. Mm. I think you may have beat this one a lot. I feel like you may have reached out a lot. Okay, and that is making him one is making him feel great about himself. I'm going to tell you my emperor card comes up. But also it's actually what's keeping him from you. Okay. I feel like you've reached out quite a few times, and absence makes the heart grow fonder in this situation. I think you need to go silent for a while and he'll give you a call. Okay. Okay. Should I stay? Oof, should I stay or move? I want to do this one. Okay. You're gonna have to ask that one again. I'm sorry. Someone was asking, should I stay or move? And I didn't get the whole thing before it moved again. Will I get married to my child's father? I gotta read faster, child. Yes, you do. Beautiful. You do. The sun comes out. It actually the cups are together. And I actually think this person is actually just waiting so they have things in place. Okay. So I do feel like this is something that they are wanting to do, but they just have to get their money right. That's the energy. Like I just gotta get my money right. Okay. So it does look like something that they are trying to do. Where do I go from here? Mm. Spirit is saying, I don't know if that question has something specific to do with a relationship, but I'm getting a lot of relationship cards coming up. Okay. Um, you need to be focused on yourself. I feel like you gave a lot of your energy and somewhat like power away. Okay. Um, the magician comes up as well. Like you have to start working on yourself and get your power back. Page of Cups comes up. You need to love yourself first before you start kind of, you know, giving love away. Okay. You need to practice on yourself first. Okay. Um, and then I think things will go a lot better. Um, and get out of your head. That card comes up as well. If you can, though, I'm gonna ask a more specific question when I'm doing cards, okay? If it was just me and you and it was just like spirit only, that I could it'd be a lot different because I can ask the questions myself, basically. Um, Cindy, hi Cindy. I progress in a romantic relationship, TYSM. JON and I progress. Will JON and I progress in a relationship? Thank you. You're welcome. Mm. Yes, you can. I'm gonna be honest. I just doesn't you can make this happen. I do feel like it's a hard start though for some reason. I don't know if you both have a little bit of baggage, like have maybe come I feel like you both may have come out of longer relationships at some point, but it's a really hard start. So just let it breathe a little bit, okay? Don't force it too much. And yes, it can. It starts off rough though, okay? I think there's a lot of things you don't see eye to eye, and you're both feel like you're both still healing from something. All right, but yes, will my husband and I be able to buy a house soon? You can. I feel like for some reason I feel like you're gonna carry the load of this though. Okay. So just be aware of that. I feel like if you want to make this happen, you're gonna have to carry a load. Your husband starts off carrying it, and if something happens where he's done, he wants to cut it off, and you're gonna have to pick it up and keep going. Okay. So this could be like the house hunting. I don't know if he's helping with that right now, but it does feel like it's kind. You know what? It's not gonna happen, and and I'm done. Okay. You're gonna have to pick up that load and finish it out. All right. But like it's a long process. Why does my mom treat me like an outcast? I am Lola B. Okay, hold on. Spirit's telling me to put the cards down. Give me a second, Lola B. Um, your dad is what it feels like. Um, Lola B, I don't know if you had a different dad then, or if you have siblings, or if this is almost like the you are paying for whatever your father did. Okay, like whatever pain and hurt she felt from him, through things. Um, it has transferred on to you. I hope that makes sense, right? So do me a favor, let me know in the comments if you are not the only child, like maybe you have siblings. Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you for like this. That's the energy I'm getting, is that like they didn't get along, and something about you reminds her of your father. Okay. And it bothers her. Okay. And I also think you don't look at him as the bad guy, like she kind of wants you to. All right. Like you don't see the same faults that she sees. All right. Because quite frankly, you shouldn't, because it's two very different types of relationships. That's why she can't get over it. Right. And it does feel like real hurt. So I do think there were some things that were done that really hurt her. She just can't get over it, but she still shouldn't be taking it out on you, and that's what I feel like she's doing. Okay, you remind her of him. Unfortunately, that's what she's doing. Okay. Anything from my grandpa, Sharonda? Yeah. Let's see, Sharonda. Okay. I'm gonna say the person I'm seeing, please tell me if this is him, okay? You know how as you get older you get the little marks on your face? I'm seeing an older man and he has the little marks on his face, okay? Um okay. I'm also getting something here like my sinuses. I hope this makes sense. Okay. My sinuses is flaring up right now. So I don't know if he had really bad allergies. I've never had someone with allergies before, but the like this section of my face is not doing really well. Okay. So this could be some I don't and like I literally feel like I'm all stuffed up. Okay. Yes, he did. Yeah, like really bad. Okay. I'm gonna ask for one more because again, a lot of people could have allergies. Okay, but it's bad. Like, um, he's doing this. And I don't know if it's, but what I'm thinking is, but did he have like a bald spot here? Okay, that's kind of, and he wants, he's giving me such random, such random things. All right, let me know. Uh, and he did, yeah, and I think this bothered him. I think it bothered him that he had a bald spot here. Hold on, let me do this thing TikTok is asking me to do. Oh Lord, bruh. All I gotta do is move this puzzle piece. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Okay, so he is here. I'm sorry. And did you wanted to know if he had a message for you? Just verify that for me. I'm sorry, but he is here. I think that was enough verification, honey. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he's worried about something he left behind. I don't know why, but he hasn't seen it. He wants to make sure the right person got it. Um, I'm seeing something like sparkle a little bit, like it may be some sort of jewelry or a watch, like you know those old time. Thank you so much, Natasha. You know those old school pocket watches. Like I'm seeing jewelry or some sort of chain or something. Okay, he wants to make sure that the right person got that or know where it is. Okay, that's literally his only thing. I don't know if it's supposed to go to you. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you, Natasha. And I'm sorry. Thank you for whoever sent me that. Thank you, Dekel. Okay, if you can verify that, you might not even know. Okay, but he's really worried about that. He wants to know. Yes, my mom has all this Jewish. She won't let anyone have it. Okay, perfect. That's where it should be. Okay. He was really worried about that for some reason. Okay, but he keeps showing me chains. Okay, he really liked his chains too. He's doing this to show me his neck. I think he used to wear a couple of them at a time. Okay. All right, so he wanted to make sure they were in the right hands. All right. Oh, he's actually telling me he wants you to have one, honey. All right. He wants you to have one of his chains. He said, pick one out. I don't know if your mom's gonna listen to me, okay? But this is what he's saying. He said, I want her to have one. Pick one out. Okay. So your grandfather would like you to have one of his chains. He likes those chains. Oh my God. Okay. He might not listen to me, but I don't know how you're gonna tell her that. I talked to a random psychic on TikTok, mom, and she said to give me what a grandpa's changed. I don't think that's going to go over very well. But try it. But he does want you to have one. Okay. Well, I become pregnant this year, Bertice. Oh. Um, so what I'm gonna say, this feels like something that's been difficult to make happen. Okay. I don't think you're just asking because um like out of the blue. This feels like this has been a difficult sort of journey. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. Spirit does not want me to answer that question. Okay. And I apologize. I know some people don't like answering those questions. I typically don't mind. Spirit is telling me, no, it's not gonna give me an answer. And every card came up very confusing. It is not good for you to know. I feel like the stress in itself has been very trying. I'm also seeing you crying, okay. Having a child is a spiritual process. You don't want to, I'm not saying like I feel like the answer I could give could interfere with the outcome. I hope that makes it. It's going to change how you go forward. So I apologize, Virgies. I'm sorry. Spirit doesn't want me to tell you. Okay. You kind of like somebody said in the comments too. You gotta let go and like let God. Okay. Everything happens when it needs to happen. Okay. I am Sam. Oh, is Sam a good guy for me? Thank you, Jessica. 7 inch. Yes, he is. This feels very good actually. The sun comes up and so does my lovers. Yeah, see this does feel good. Answer is yes. Should I end my relationship with L or friendship with L? I think it said. Be on your way. Yes. Be on your way. There's other options. Honestly, Chariot comes up, Knight of Wands comes up. This is I move forward speedily. Yes, it says go ahead. Was is the best thing for you. Okay, guys, we've reached our 30 hearts. We've actually over, and we just need two more of the little puffy heart. things with the hands on them, okay? And then I'm gonna pull somebody up. I have to have goals. And one, it just helps the stream and it helps me as well. Okay. My daughter has passed away in February 15. If she, oh, hold on. Is she happy? Daughter has passed away. February 15. Is she happy? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh, it's the one with the hands on it. I thank you. Maybe I'll do it anyway. I don't know if you guys can even see the goals. They should be set. Let me see if I can show them. Oh wait, maybe you guys did it. 6 out of 8. Pin. I'm gonna pin it. I'm sorry. Maybe because I didn't have it pinned. Thank you so much, Annie. I'm gonna try to get this feels important, so I am gonna try to get in contact with your daughter. Okay, I will say it feels kind of soon, and she this feels like she's younger. Okay, so I don't a lot of times, especially younger people who pass away, like they are reincarnated very quickly. Thank you so much. We're at 80%. Thank you so much. They're reincarnated very quickly. I don't always get a hold of them, or they don't know how to respond. Okay, but I'm gonna try for you, honey. Mm, okay. Couple quick questions, and I apologize for that. And when I say she felt very young, she showed me one of those smaller caskets. So this doesn't just verify for me. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Thank you. Just verify for me, honey. The age looks. Thank you. Looks like we hit our goal. The age is giving. God, I'm gonna say like look why like 6 or 7. She's 15. Was that Masha? That was for you, right? She's 15. Why does she feel younger? She feels very young. Do me a favor. Was she? I know you're saying that's how old she was mentally. How old was she? Okay, maybe she still was 15, but she is showing me herself very young. So unless you had another child pass, I'm not sure who this is coming up, but the child that I'm feeling is very young. Okay, thank you. If you can give me some kind of thing. Hi, Jessica. Yeah, this may not be a child. Not everybody comes through. But I called on a child. I don't know your daughter's name. I apologize. I call on a child. No, she's your oldest. Okay. I call on a child, and there's a very young child here. All right. So I'm gonna let this child go. I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna be able to get in contact with her. I apologize. Okay. Because she would have came through. And this is not what I'm feeling. And this child is showing me a very small casket and it has pictures all over it, like cartoon characters. Okay, all over it. This is give me small child. So, if this is not you, it could be somebody else in the chat that lost a child. Okay, but this energy does feel like a little girl, but she looks like she's between 5 and 7. Okay, so I apologize for that, but I'm not gonna be able to get in contact, and I don't want to lie to you. Right, that's not what I do. So, she may have already went forward. Okay, meaning she may already have decided to reincarnate. Okay, all right. So guys, we did reach our goal.